we're going to be changing the pollen filter now as part of the full service that we're doing. It does actually come with instructions. So the filter itself is £20. It's the Bosch one, and this one is the activated carbon. So it basically keeps the smells out of the vehicle. So when I'm driving through the countryside, I never get any of that farm smell through there. And I actually change mine every year. So again, this was £20, and it's one of the major differences between a major service and a full service. But super easy to do. The instructions are actually quite simple to follow if you're going out the box, but they state that it takes 15 minutes, so we'll do it in 10. I always like to do a comparison when I'm doing these type of videos. So I have done a fuel filter, an oil filter, an air filter, and a cabin filter, oil change, and clean the mass airflow sensor. And the total cost for me was under £125, and that was using Shell Helix oil and Bosch fuel filters. When comparing what else was out there, Halfords did offer a major service that included a pollen filter and a brake fluid change. And then Kwik was an optional extra if you wanted to have it. So I'm not quite sure how much they were going to charge for that, but it would have been over £300 for the full service and the pollen filter. Whichever car you have, the parts look very similar. My car is a 2009 Insignia with 162,000 miles or 250,000 kilometers on it. This one's pretty easy to do. Open up the glove box. You'll see a little gap here, so just pry it open, and then this will give you access to the side screw. So 7mm is, there's one here, and then there's another one down here. There's one at the side down here. So we've done the bottom ones, and we've done the top right one. So this whole unit is actually going to drop down, just to give you a little heads up on that. And the light bulb will be hot. If you see a light bulb anywhere, there we go. So this is going to be very hot, this Festum bulb. So just disconnect that. You can see the whole thing's dropped down. So as it says, gonna be hot. There's a little tab there. And here's the filter. This air filter is a rectangle shape, so will only physically fit in one way, and the text will be the correct way around, and the airflow direction will be facing down. So there'll be an arrow on it, and that would be facing down in my case. So you'll see that the carpet kind of comes off with it, and they wedge in there, so you can push these up after. And then you do have a little hook down here for the box there. So this is kind of the trickiest part of it. So just kind of line everything up. Remember to put your light back in. Now everything's lined up, you want to put the 4 screws back in place and nice and tight. So with the panel, you have the groove, and that's going to end up underneath this rubber strip here. So just kind of pry it in as much as you can, and then you'll have the clips up at the top here. So that one's going to go there, that one's going to go there. Thanks for sticking around and liking the video if you have. Welcome back if you're a subscriber, and welcome if you are new. The links for any of the products that I've used in the video are in the description below, but you've got the QR code at the top at no extra cost to you. But thanks for watching, thanks for being fans.